Also, it's a pleasure to convey warm greetings of Mr. Mohammed Salmawy, our chief guest. Unfortunately, for unavoidable circumstances, he couldn't make it to India, but fortunately, he is going to be with us online as a video conference at the end of the session, after our speakers may introduce the session and talk about it, about our topic. Our topic of today, as most of you may know, it's on the Indian-Egyptian cultural relationships through the contemporary translation movement, taking into consideration some examples, especially examples of Mr. Mohammed Salmawy as one of the well-known Arab and Egyptian authors and writers. He has a lot of novels that have been translated into several languages, including Urdu, and one of our dignity speakers, Dr. Muhammad Qutb, has translated 2 novels for him. One of them is The Butterfly's Wing, which is the interesting thing that Mr. Mohammed Salmawy has expected what happened in the incidents that happened in 2011. He expected it in his novel. The other novel, which has been translated also into Urdu by Dr. Muhammad Qutb, is Beyond the Moon. That has a little bit creative directions. Probably Dr. Muhammad and Professor Pasha are going to talk in deep related to these novels and others. So pleasure to introduce Dr. Muhammad Qutb to start and to share with us his ideas about this topic.
In my short presentation, I would love to give an overall view about Egypt's contribution in promotion and proliferation of modern Arabic language and literature, with great emphasis on the role of translation in bridging up the gap between the 2 countries and communities with multiple culture and citizen and civilizations, as well as I have tried to have a bird's eye view on Urdu translations of Arabic novels and its role in strengthening relations between India and Egypt, along with some words about the author, Mr. Mohammed Salmawy. Ladies and gentlemen, Arabic literature is noted for its tradition, consistency, and sophistication. In the classical period, poetry and prose reached a high level of refinement and attained standards which are still being applied in the modern Arab world today. However, the renaissance of Arabic language and literature took place in Egypt. Prominent Egyptian writers, poets, storytellers traveled across the world and translated works mainly from French, Spanish, and German literature into Arabic language. The first Nobel Prize winner in Arabic language and literature in 1988 was also a prominent Egyptian novelist, Najib Mahfouz. Egyptian scholars who studied abroad learned foreign languages like French, Spanish, and German and translated their valuable works in Arabic. It is universally accepted that the translation is necessary for the spread of information, knowledge, and ideas. It is absolutely necessary for an effective, compassionate communication between different cultures and civilizations. Translation, therefore, is critical for creating social and communal harmony.
Dr. Muhammad Qutbuddin has given an overview of not only his 2 books which contain writings of Muhammad Salmawy, but also the historical background of Indo-Egyptian cultural relations, the amount of work which people from both the countries have shared throughout the several decades. But what is important for us is how these two countries have seen each other throughout history going back to thousands of years. Let me make a brief peep into the history, how we have reached this stage. It will be very clear if we see important works which have reached the shores of both the countries, which have been ancient civilizations for more than 5,000 years. In fact, the shared cultural ties can be traced to the Pharaonic period, where both India and Egypt are considered cradles for ancient civilization, and both contributed to the shaping of humanity, and many of their achievements, the knowledge was shared through a variety of means. This is all very well documented. There is absolutely no doubt about it in English and in various other languages. But coming to the more recent period, what brought both the countries together was the colonial experience. The British, who ruled both India and Egypt, the struggle for an end to British colonial rule brought the peoples together, leaders together, and poets, writers, all of them together. A reference was made to Mahatma Gandhi while he was on his way to London in 1935.